I got a big surprise for you guys.
We have a bit of a surprise for you, too. Them guns are loaded.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most peculiar Target stories.
All right, here's the best part. The constrictor is now being named Tarjay.
Number 10, dramatic entrance.
It is a busy foot traffic area. We're fortunate no one was hitting the parking lot. We're fortunate at that time that employee area of the store was relatively unoccupied.
In 2021, shoppers inside a New Jersey Target were asked to vacate the store after a Hyundai Elantra crashed through the window. The car didn't quite go as far into the store as the vehicle in the original Jumanji movie does, but it certainly did some damage. Fortunately, the injuries to the driver, passenger, and one Target employee were described as only minor. It apparently wasn't an easy job for fire officials to remove the car because a big display case was stuck on the passenger side front wheel. You could say it was a really tricky situation, and a memorable Target trip for anyone there at the time. Number 9, off-target attempt at returning merchandise.
Just this holiday season, they're expecting about $3.5 billion in returns out of the $9 billion roughly that are going to be returned all year.
Sometimes you might not be satisfied with your purchase. That's what stores have return policies for. But some customers can miss the mark with what qualifies as a returnable item. Make sure you're returning the item at the store you bought it from. And while you're at it, make sure you have some integrity.
Target come to find out that they have changed their policy in late September, but I purchased these items at the end of October.
One Target employee explained to Business Insider that someone once tried to return a non-Target item and insisted it was bought at Target. Another return story is just laughable. One Target crew member claimed that a customer once came to the store to try to return a Walmart shirt. Seriously, returning a rival shirt?
I don't need a lawsuit, okay? I got enough to worry about.
Number 8, disturbing hidden camera discovery in store dressing room.
The privacy thing just totally went away. You know, you got no security there.
While in a fitting room at a Target in Auburn Hills, Michigan, a teenage girl's privacy was grossly invaded without her knowledge at the time. The store's loss prevention officers noticed that a hidden camera had been installed. Authorities responded promptly and, with the help of the store's loss prevention staff, concluded that the camera had been placed there by a middle-aged man.
Lieutenant Ryan Gagnon says that problem involves a 46-year-old Orion Township man up to no good at the Target on Brown Road in Auburn Hills.
Before he could even leave the store, officials were on the scene to arrest him and take him to jail. To only make the story more disturbing, this man had already done similar criminal acts and was a convicted sex offender.
Hello?
Number 7, celebrity shoplifting.
Let me remind you that it isn't the blog or the season that upset me. It was the relationship.
Unfortunately, the immoral act of shoplifting doesn't seem to be all that rare of an occurrence, but when a celebrity does it, that's sure to open eyes. Target has been the place for such an occurrence on more than one occasion. Kim Richards, who starred in The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, was in the news in 2015 after being arrested for theft. It was reported that Richards stole an entire cart full of items, valued at a total of $600, from a Los Angeles Target.
You don't know what I go through at night.
No, that's true.
Actor Adam Wiley, who some people may recognize from the series Picket Fences or Gilmore Girls, also got arrested for shoplifting at a Target in a different California location.
He returns to us fresh from Broadway, where he's just completed a successful run of Into the Woods. Welcome back, Brad.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Number 6, fashionable dino customer.
Actually, I like that. I like that one. You should get it.
You know those big inflatable dinosaur costumes? Maybe you've seen one online or in person, perhaps on Halloween. One Target employee's funniest in-store memory was of someone who walked in wearing one of those dino costumes, along with a pair of heels.
Oh, jeez.
It's not every day you come across a dinosaur with great taste in footwear. It's the randomness that can make the event so memorable. Witnessing this on the job is definitely something that can liven up your shift. We hope that Dino in Heels found what they were looking for at Target.
It's fun. Everybody should do it once in their life, eh? It gets you out enjoying the day.
Number 5, robbery by former employee in uniform.
He was dressed in Target employee clothing and he had tried to access a register.
Dressed in a Target uniform, a man decided to show up to the place he used to work to make a dirty point of some sorts. He pretended he was a seasonal employee, arriving at the start of the workday and getting a legit employee to open the door for him. He wasn't there to only pretend he still worked there, George Costanza style.
Listen, could you give Mr. Tomasulo a message for me? Yes. If he needs me, tell him I'm in my office!
No. This former Target employee had meaner intentions. After getting entry, he robbed several $100s worth of electronics from the store and fled recklessly, ultimately crashing his vehicle. The police took the man into custody and recovered the stolen items.
Jim, what are you doing in there?
I work here now.
Number 4, TikTok Target haul theft.
I would assume that even if you are stealing something, that you shouldn't post about it, because then it makes it okay for all of her followers to think that it's okay.
You may be familiar with those try-on hauls that social media influencers do, where they post about the various items they bought at a store. One TikToker did one of the silliest and most unethical try-on hauls one can do. Police were searching for information about a young woman who had shoplifted at a Target in Cape Coral, Florida. She had scanned false barcodes at self-checkout and stolen about $500 worth of items.
In this day and age, I definitely expect anything out of social media, and I think a lot of things are fake out in the world as far as internet goes, so yeah, I could believe that.
It turned out someone recognized her from TikTok, presumably one of her more than 300,000 followers. Not only did the woman steal from Target, she posted a video of her day at the store, the day she stole.
When police shared the photo online, one anonymous caller possibly recognized the woman in the photo as Velez, a vlogger who posts videos of her day-to-day.
Number 3, slithery customer.
A call came into the Sioux City Police Department around 11:30 in the morning Saturday, and animal control was sent to retrieve the snake.
We typically expect to start our shopping spree with a clean, trash-free cart. However, every now and then, you might find one that's not as spotless as you'd like. At a Target in Iowa, one customer found something totally unexpected in a cart. It was a snake, a boa constrictor to be exact. It's safe to say the customer didn't end up using that cart. The Target team responded to the situation and brought animal control in. Goats were found at a Target in Texas, but that's not quite as startling as a snake.
It isn't time.
While it's unclear how the slithery visitor ended up there, a herpetologist and professor later volunteered to take the snake, planning to use it for educational purposes in the classroom.
If the owner does not come forward within 7 days, the boa will find its forever home with a local herpetologist.
Number 2, loaded gun discovered in toy aisle. There's nothing quite like roaming through the toy aisle as a kid, particularly at a store like Target. There's so many things you could find. However, in 2014, in the toy aisle at a Target in South Carolina, there was something that never should have been there, a loaded handgun. Luckily, rather than a kid finding the weapon, which was on top of a superhero play school toy box, a Target employee on the loss prevention team found it and reported it. In response to this alarming situation, a spokeswoman for Target expressed the company's commitment to ensuring the safety and security of both employees and customers.
A lot of these toy guns are sold with orange plastic tips. Officer Wilson says he's concerned about that as well, because all the criminals have to do is grab a pair of pliers and pop it off and then paint the tip black.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, 8-year-old's Target trip.
A next-door neighbor provided the family and officers with Ring camera footage that showed the child got into the SUV and drove off around 7 a.m. alone.
It's one thing for an 8-year-old to be shopping alone at Target, but driving herself there? That's a whole different story. And yes, that's exactly what happened in Ohio. This little girl didn't just take a quick spin either. She drove her mom's SUV for a solid 25 minutes to get there.
The driver who captured the video in Bedford on Sunday morning said he spotted the SUV swerving, noticed the driver seemed small, and called 911.
Scary? Totally. Impressive? Kind of. Condoned? Definitely not. Thankfully, she made it to the store in one piece. Once inside, she strolled through the aisles, casually shopping with a few Benjamins in her pocket. Of course, the police showed up, found her, and probably had the same thought we all do. She's only 8 years old!
So your 8-year-old is missing along with your car?
Yes, and my car keys, and with the little dog.
Are we certain that she didn't take the car?
I have no idea. My car keys are not here.
Do you have a memory of something unusual you saw at a Target? Let us know in the comments.
Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.